One of the most important questions you'll need to answer and re-answer throughout your life is what makes you happy. And this is a really important question because most of us sort of settle into this autopilot living life where we're just kind of going through the motions, just doing what we can to survive. Happiness matters because you can identify the things that you value and you can nurture them in a way that brings wholeness into your life. Happiness is not the absence of sadness. In fact, research will indicate the happiest people allow themselves to feel the full range of emotions most fully. Also, other research indicates that you can't pursue happiness directly, meaning the more someone values feeling happy and if they try to chase it directly, the less happy they actually end up being. And so how do we make sense of this thing called happiness? Tal Ben-Shahar is one of the nation's leading positive psychologists, and he's created a model termed the SPIRE model for happiness. And it helps us sort of connect a lot of these pieces together. So SPIRE is an acronym standing for spiritual, physical, intellectual, relational, and emotional. And within this model, the idea is rather than pursuing happiness directly, you invest in these domains of wellness. So the first domain in the model is spiritual. Your spiritual system is where your meaning making occurs. So, what do you value? Do you understand what it is that you really value in life and who you're trying to become? So whatever spiritual power you tap into, it goes beyond like faith and religiosity, but it is sort of your relationship with yourself and the universe and others. So with identifying like how to find wholeness in the spiritual realm, it's all about what meaning-making systems are you creating and engaging in your life. Those meaning-making systems can shift and adjust and adapt to your specific needs at any specific time. Your spiritual needs aren't a stagnant thing, and at certain stages of life, you might require different things that's similar or different than what you've previously experienced. So, in spiritual wellness, identify what meaning-making systems in your life, and if they're absent, explore where do you derive meaning. The second is intellectual. We are typically happiest as we are progressing and growing. Intellectual is all about feeling you're expanding in the things that matter most to you. Are you feeding your creativity, your desire to learn? Are you the things you're passionate about? Are you going deep enough? One of the fascinating things about happiness is you can be a lake or you can be a river. When it comes to our interests, be a river, go deeper, really dig deep into the things that make you feel joy. The next domain in the SPIRE model is relationships. Research would indicate that relationships are overall the strongest predictor of someone's overall well-being. So making a priority to nurture relationships is one of the best things we can do to feel a sense of wholeness and completeness. Please note, no relationship will make you happy. You're responsible for your own happiness. Also, invest in those that do bring a sense of wholeness. Invest in those people that you do feel is consistent with your moral conscience. Relationships are tricky because sometimes we do invest in people when it's inconvenient and it's still the right thing to do. But also sometimes we find ourselves paired with toxic people, and no matter how much we invest in them, it's not going to come back. So the decision of whether to invest in a relationship isn't solely based on, is it convenient or does it come back to me? It's what feels consistent with your moral compass. And typically when people invest in relationships consistent with their moral compass, they feel happier even if it was inconvenient or even if the relationship has some difficult dynamics. And the final aspect of Tal Ben-Shahar's model is emotional. We already identified that when it comes to happiness, it's not the absence of sadness, and that people who give access to the full range of emotions tend to experience greater wellness than those that don't. As you allow yourself to feel the full range of emotions, that also includes happiness. Fascinatingly, when we try to restrict and constrain what emotions we feel, that includes happiness. So as we try to avoid one emotion and we try to suppress it, we kind of start suppressing our ability to feel all emotions. So happiness isn't numbing out. Happiness is allowing us to experience the full range of emotions. As you engage in domains of wellness, the byproduct is naturally going to be happiness. So my invitation, friends, is to explore what are your spiritual needs, your physical needs, your intellectual needs, your relational needs, and those emotional needs. And as you invest in those things, the natural result is you feel an increase of wellness and overall well-being which is identified as happiness.